and welcome back to Mitchie C's World. Before we get into this video, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you like, make sure you comment down below, and go ahead and turn on your post notifications. Because I don't want y'all missing no videos and being like, oh, I missed this. No. Go ahead and turn on your post notifications so you can stay consistent with me. And make sure you go and share this video. Definitely share it to the people who need the video. Go ahead and share it to them, but share it to everybody you know, okay? Let's get in the video. So I'm sure by the title, you're fully aware of what this is all about. I'm talking about the things that you should know before you even get to Vietnam, okay? The things I wish I knew before packing and getting ready for my trip here to Vietnam. All right, first things first, you need a visa. Here in Vietnam, you can get the tourist visa, work visa, or your business visa. For the tourist visa, you get a single entry or a multiple entry. Multiple entry is $50. Single entry is $25. You will come into Vietnam and you will have 3 months here, 90 days, which is really, really nice. I kind of do wish I got the multiple entry visa because there's so many beautiful places around Vietnam. You have Cambodia, you got Thailand, Malaysia, the Philippines, Indonesia, so many beautiful places that you can go like for a 2-hour flight, 4-hour flight that's nearby. So I would probably say get the multi-entry visa, but you can also get the single entry visa, and that will give you, like I said, 90 days here in Vietnam. That's the tourist visa. Then you can get the work visa. In Vietnam, the thing is with the work visa as a foreigner, especially if you don't know Vietnamese, the only job you'd probably be doing is teaching English, and that's able to be a thing. I'm gonna make a whole video on that, teaching English here in Vietnam, blah, 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 blah. But if you want to get that work visa, you will need to be employed by a company here in Vietnam. And if you're not working as an English teacher, the only other options you really have is perhaps working at the resorts, because there are a lot of resorts here in Vietnam. That work visa gives you 2 years to be staying here in Vietnam, which is really, really nice. And it's super easy. The Vietnamese government takes care of it and they do all that for you, which is really nice. Another visa you can get is the business visa. Now, I'm going to make a whole nother video for that because that's for the bosses who want to be coming to Vietnam and starting their business or expanding their business here. That is an option because Vietnam is really, really good to foreigners and allow you to come start your business, come do your business for a really, really good price. And it's super simple, super easy. So you can get either one of those visas. I will say if you are going to get the visitor's visa, you will be able to do something called a border run, which I need to explain that in a whole nother video because I'm trying to make this video short, sweet. But if you want to do a border run, that's basically you come in with a tourist visa, you stay for your 3 months, and then you would have to leave, go to another country, and then reapply, and then get another 3 months, and then come back to Vietnam. When I applied for my visa, it took me like 4 days to arrive, 7 days the most. So, I mean, it's really okay if you want to do the border runs, the visa runs. But the other options are the work visa or the business visa, which is really nice. And I believe with the business visa, they allow you for 5 years, which is really, really cool. So yes, that's your visas. Make sure you get your e-visa before you get here. And please put it in an area that's very accessible because when you're at the airports, they will be asking for that. So put it in your carry-on, put it in your personal item. If you have it on your phone, like I said, I printed mine out, but you can have yours on your phone. Just make sure you have it on you at all times because like I said, they will be asking for it and you don't want to be digging through all your bags or like, oh no, I left it in my checked bag. No, you need it on you for sure. Second thing, please bring cash if you're coming to Vietnam. You need cash. A lot of the places where you'll be buying from, they're all cash based, all cash driven, and you're gonna need that cash on you. And please, don't make my mistake and bring USD. Make sure you bring Vietnamese dong, okay? Make sure you have the currency of the country you're going into. Because if you give USD to a local person here, they're gonna have to still go and change it into Vietnamese dong for it to work for them. So save them the hassle, save yourself the hassle, and bring Vietnamese dong. Let's say you're already in Vietnam and you're watching my video, you just landed. Oh no, what do? You don't have cash? You are able to use your credit card here. Just please make sure you call your bank at least a week or 2 weeks beforehand and be like, hey, I'm going to be going to Asia. I'm going to be going to Vietnam. Please make sure that you don't block my credit card because I'm going to be using it. I'm going to be swiping and tapping. So please make sure that I have that easy access to my credit card. And then once you get here in Vietnam, there are areas like banks. You can go to money exchange places or to gold places, like literally gold places, where you are able to make that exchange. And these are actually the banks. I'll list them here because there's quite a few. And you can go to any one of these banks and have your USD switched into Vietnamese dong, or you can even use your credit card and then go and get your Vietnamese dong. There's so many ATMs around Vietnam as well, and they allow you to also put in your credit card and take your Vietnamese dong out, because you will need that cash, guys. Trust me on that. You'll need Vietnamese dong. And it's kind of nice because for a couple of bucks, you become a millionaire here in Vietnam. So why not? All right, another thing you'll need for sure is an eSIM. This is my favorite company if you're going to be getting an eSIM, and let's say you want to set it up whilst you're still in your first world country, you can do that very easily. And then once you come to Vietnam, simply activate it. That's it. Once you're in Vietnam though, there are these two options, and you can go with your phone and tell them you need an eSIM. When you get the eSIM, you can get like a plan with data, texting and calling, whatever it is. And these two companies are really, really good. They give you like pretty long contracts. So you can go for a month, 3 months, a year, whatever it is that fits your budget, fits your needs, fits your wants. I'm gonna make another video, so please turn those post notifications on, because my next video is actually gonna be about the apps you need coming to Vietnam, because you're gonna definitely need a Google Translate. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's gonna be your go-to app once you come here to Vietnam. So you're gonna need Google Translate, and you're gonna need other apps. So let's say you want to call back home, you want to call your banks, you want to call your work, you want to call whatever, grandma, auntie, whoever's back home in your first world country. Obviously, you don't want to be using calling cards, and you don't want to be using all the minutes up and adding more money to your eSIM. So there's certain apps that I personally love to use, and they're very cost efficient or actually completely free. And they allow you to make those calls overseas, which is nice. So tune in for the apps video, because all those apps you're gonna definitely need before you get here to Vietnam, 100%. And you're gonna need them like downloaded into your phone, because you won't have any access to data. There are Wi-Fi's in a lot of the coffee shops, which if you know, you know, there's coffee shops all over Vietnam. So there is that. Next thing, oh my goodness, do not overpack. I made the mistake of overpacking. You don't need to overpack. I actually make the joke with my friends and family all the time that you could actually come to Vietnam just as a person. You don't need a suitcase, you don't know nothing, because here in Vietnam, if you know, you know, there's lots of markets for everything. You want hats, they got them. You want shoes, they got them. You want to get jewelry, you want to get glasses, prescription glasses, they got them. They have everything in Vietnam. I'm gonna be making a whole nother video about all the places to visit in Vietnam, because there's a lot of places to go, especially if you like to go shopping. But yeah, you could literally come to Vietnam and buy your luggage here. You can buy all the clothes you need, head to toe. I'm talking underwear, socks, shorts, t-shirts, everything you need, you can literally buy here. So don't overpack. And when you're packing, make sure the clothes you bring are breathable clothing, because it's hot here. Like, I'm talking about 25 degrees plus, especially like I'm here in Da Nang, Vietnam. In Da Nang, it is so hot. I've only been wearing shorts, t-shirts, and like spaghetti tops the whole time. Like, literally pack like you're going on a 7-day resort vacation cruise. That's the vibes here. That's the kind of clothes you've been wearing. I rarely ever, I think I've worn sweatpants once. It's already been 2 months that I've been here. You don't need hot clothing, and you need breathable clothing. Make sure your clothes are breathable, because you're gonna be sweating buckets and you don't want the cotton sticking all up on you. No. Make sure you bring breathable clothing, or don't even bring anything at all, because you can just go and buy everything once you get here. So that's that. Once you are packing though, I'm not gonna lie, there are a few things that I do wish I packed. Number one is actually over here in Vietnam, I feel personally anyways, that for people of color, there's not that many items. So I'm talking about Vaseline. When people of color know we use Vaseline, right? You gotta keep the skin going. And Vaseline is nowhere to be found here. And I'm not talking about Vaseline like lotion, because there is that. But I'm talking about like the jelly, you know? And I only brought 2 jars of mine, and I do wish I brought more because there is no Vaseline here. If you're a woman and you know, have your menstrual cycle, there are pads here, but they're not the thickest and not the best. So I would say if you're a woman, probably bring your sanitary pads. And yeah, because they only have like very limited options for women here. If you're a person who's like big and, you know, big and tall, there will be kind of a difficulty finding clothes and shoes for yourself here in Vietnam, because a lot of the people here are very short and very skinny, very thin. So it is a bit difficult finding clothing your size. Most of the markets are really good though, because they know foreigners, we be eating them MSGs back home, you know, and so they know that, and they have clothing pretty good. But if you're like a big person, or if you're a tall person, they probably won't have your shoe size and things that fit you properly. So if that is you, probably bring your clothes, your favorite items. Another thing here that's, I wouldn't say it's pricey, but body wash is something that it's basically the same price as it is back in the first world countries, which I thought it would be cheaper. And so if you have a favorite body wash, probably bring it, because you might be a little sad. You know, if you're one of those people really into your skincare and your like just self-care, bring all those kind of products, because you might have difficulty finding specific brands here, because, you know, we're in Vietnam, so they're gonna have Vietnamese brands. So those are all the things for packing. But yeah, please do not overpack. You do not need a lot of things. You don't want to come with 500 bags and be leaving with 10,000 bags, because that's how it's gonna be. So please make sure you don't overpack. And another huge thing, sorry, I'm just reading my notes here because I want to make sure I cover absolutely everything for you guys. I don't want to leave nothing out. I don't want you to be like, you didn't tell me. No, I told you. Another huge thing is that, oh yes, okay, so if you're a person who, let's say, you know, you have your ironing, like your straighteners, your iron, your curling wands, all those things, make sure you bring an adapter, because the plugs here in Vietnam are very different. I've been really lucky enough that in hotels and like, what can I say, westernized areas that you go, the plugs are the same. But like, let's say you end up renting your own apartment here, or you're going to a local cafe, they will have different plugs. So please make sure you bring an adapter, because all those items that you're going to be using, like even my laptop, my straightener, my curling iron, all those things, you're gonna need to be able to plug them in, get electricity, and they can't be plugged in if it's the wrong plug. So make sure you bring an adapter. And I personally just got a universal adapter, just a regular, put a little picture here, a universal adapter, but you will need one for sure, because you want to be able to use the stuff that you bring. But like I said, you don't need to overpack, so you don't need to worry about all the extra stuff, because you will be buying stuff once you get here. So anyways, make sure you stay tuned for my other videos where I'm going to be talking about all the apps that you'll need. I'm going to be talking about all the places you need to visit if you come to Vietnam, because I'm here in Da Nang, but I already went to Hanoi. If you haven't watched those videos, go back and watch those videos. But I've already been to Hanoi, I've been to Da Nang, and I'm gonna be traveling more in Vietnam. So I wanna show you all the beautiful places that you can go, and so you can start making your itinerary. Start crossing all those boxes off so you come to Vietnam prepared, all right? I don't want you to be not prepared. Talking about preparation, make sure you bring sunscreen and make sure you bring mosquito spray. Yeah, the sun here is not a joke. UV has been UV 8 to UV 10 every single day. Like, I've already tanned a little more since I gotten here. So please make sure you bring your sunscreen, and even what's it called, like sun reliever. Like after you've been in the sun all day, make sure you put something on after, because yeah, that sun is not a joke. And the mosquitoes here, you don't feel them when they're biting you, but later on at night, yeah, you'll be seeing 100 bites on your legs. So make sure you bring your mosquito spray, make sure you bring your sunscreen, and don't overpack. Make sure you bring your bathing suits, make sure you bring your flip-flops, your open toe shoes, because it's literally hot all day, every day, 24/7, even at 1 in the morning, it is hot. So yes, I will be making more videos, so stay tuned on that. And my next video is also gonna be about the things to be surprised about once you do land here. Okay, so now you're already here, that's the next video I'm gonna make. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning into Mitchie C's World. I hope you're having an amazing month. It's the month of love, my favorite month. And I hope you guys stay tuned with me so I can keep on bringing you with my journey. I want to be traveling a lot more. I want to start making videos more personal, not only about traveling. I want to start getting deep with you guys. I want to also start talking about like my faith. I want to start talking about what it is I do in life to make myself just feel better, self-care, self-love, and just kind of share my story with you guys. Anyways,